Alright, I dumped off enough stuff. Welcome back. I can kind of move, but Eddie's also empty full of stuff, so that way then he's not full of things. It's just me. I'm only full of things. I'm full of stuff to where like I could possibly carry 12 more pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But both Veronica and Eddie, both my pack mules, they're empty and ready to go. And I make 4 more weapon repair kits, so that gets rid of a little bit of weight. So we got that. And now, let's see. We are now taking care of the quest now with the side quest, which was making contact with the Brotherhood of Steel. So we can go ahead and do that. Now that we have Veronica with us right here, she can make it super easy to go speak with them.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry, I know it's boring for me to No, it is. I'm fully honest with like it's super boring that I have to do all this resource management stuff. Some people don't like it. I guess.
Well, you have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the game.
Yeah, kind of and kind of isn't, but
Yeah, but if you kind of don't do it, then you don't get as far as you need to go.
yeah, I know, but it's still just like sorry, it's just come to that.
That's okay.
Alright. Now I gotta go ahead and go through these bunkers to see if I can find the correct one. Now that I have Veronica with me, it should make things super easy.
It should?
Yeah, because as soon as I go ahead and bring her here, it should trigger something and where she'll go ahead and respond.
Oh.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
The Brotherhood is living in the past. Eventually they'll have to change. If it works for this long, yeah, they have to change.
I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. We'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
Alright. Goodbye. Yeah. Enough with the mask,
You're making
too.
me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
It's all cool and stuff, but I'd rather see your face.
Yeah.
There you go. Now we gotta go ahead and find whichever bunker they're in. Because whatever bunker it is that has like very high difficulty in picking the locks is the one that they're in. There we go. This is it.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
There you go. So,
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
yeah. Well, goodbye. Alright, so we made it inside the hidden bunker. Yeah, this was the one if you had 100 lockpicking for this, you could finally pick it and break into it without her help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then of course you'd have to prove yourself to them. But since I knew if you had Veronica and you did this, you'd be okay with it. Alright. Hello.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Okay. So, still in the dark.
Behave yourself this time, Veronica.
Alright, so complete make contact with here, optional. You can tell yes man that you're familiar with the Brotherhood of Steel and say to ignore them. But if you do that, then of course it's not a full detailed report. Turret control terminals. Filing cabinets. There he is. He's got a sweet Gauss rifle on his back. Oh, I can't take it off of him. That's a shame. Oops. Well, yeah. Welcome to the bunker of the Brotherhood of Steel, where energy, weapons, and power armor are plentiful. Yep, that explosion is just a bunch of fireworks and stuff.
Sorry.
Nishi and Stanton. And here's these guys learn.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. CR is finally getting serious about trying to reach it.
Yep. Oh, it's pine nuts.
McNamara's done a pretty good job, given the situation we're in.
Yep. Oh,
Now, who can tell me the primary components of gunpowder?
the very same voice actor who plays this scribe or this teacher is the very same voice actor who plays a teacher in Fallout 3.
Really?
Yeah, you might notice it as well when you do your goat test.
Cool.
Ah,
Ramos runs a tight ship. We haven't had an incident in over a year.
there you go. Yeah, just checking things out here. Oh, here's a mess hall.
Power armors.
Alright, so I gotta go ahead and find this area that I gotta go to. I'm just sort of following the noises though. It's gotta lead somewhere. Yeah, let's go here. Go to bunker 2. I'm just sort of curious as to what the noise is.
So am I.
It's not here, it's actually quieter. Oh, I guess I gotta go back. Yeah, I gotta go back. It's actually where it'll increase or something. Alright, maybe just follow my little arrow or my little indicator on the bottom left. See where it leads me. Not there. Nah. Okay. Well, let's stop making that noise too. Oh, okay. It's just from the side bet. I should do Still in the Dark. That way, then I can find the Elder. That's what the problem was. I was exploring, but exploring in the wrong direction. It was just as soon as you popped in, it was telling you to go back to New Vegas.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, my bad. There he is. Hello, Elder.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Well, I helped the boomers. Why not help you?
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit. with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Alright. I began looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay. So I gotta find out what's at the Repcon, I also gotta find out what's at the Nellis Air Force Base, and also the other one at Black Mountain. Those are the 3 locations. And also, too, I gotta find out where this weapon depot is.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble, and he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Alright, sure, go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years, and those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
What about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well, and all in the name of security, which is why we need to replace him.
Alright. Have you tried bringing this up with the Elder yourself?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
And I suppose you'd nominate yourself.
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any 2 others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership.
And how do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
I'll see what I can do. What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Someone really hungry for power. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Our former elder.
Download complete. Begin recording.
Ah.
Navarro Outpost Scientist, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several data banks of information on this machine.
Continue.
Please handle this information with the utmost care, as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Very well. See? When I found more keywords that were being used.
It worked.
Yeah.
That's why you're going to challenge now.
Scribe?
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
Alright. I have. Well, something wrong?
Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment.
And why is that?
One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
Why aren't there any more patrols anymore?
Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. We've been in a state of lockdown for, well, let's just say it's been a while. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that, it's steel walls and fluorescent lights for us.
Alright. And why the lockdown?
That's not really for me to say. It's a bit of a touchy subject. You should probably forget I mentioned it.
Let's go back to the virus you mentioned.
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data.
Anything I can do to help?
I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
Alright. And since my science is so high, it's like, can the virus's file be partitioned so read access is only provided by the kernel administrator?
What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move.
Alright. What do I need to do then?
You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing.
Alright, I'll give it a try then.
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Okay.
You're being launched, so don't get any ideas.
Yeah. Veronica, out of the way.
Hello.
I'll track them. The virus just jumped. Find which terminal.
Let's see now. Come on. Where's this virus?
Don't work too hard there.
10 seconds.
I have yet to even find one. Partition this one.
Okay.
And missed it.
And it's jumped. Did you want to try isolating the virus?
Yeah. Alright, how do I go about this? Alright.
The virus just jumped. Virus.
Not that
Charles,
one.
it went to.
Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Dang it, I'm crouching. Don't want to crouch. Come on, where are you? Clock is ticking. Oh, okay. So that's two of them. There we go.
That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged.
Fantastic. Okay, so when I found one, it was already good. I just had to restart it.
Don't get any ideas. You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
Alright. Now that the data storage is fixed, how do you think the Harden trying to get McNamara dismissed?
I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again.
What kind of information is in the data store?
Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest.
How do I get access to more topics from the data store?
Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Okay, see you later. There you go. And bunker information, project goals, system overview. Cool. Well, I helped them out. That's pretty good. There he is. Although he's something different now, I guess. Look at Brotherhood history files, blah blah blah. And still in the dark. Yeah, we could go with, I don't know, find the missing patrols. Yeah. There you go. We'll do Still in the Dark in the next one.
Okay.
That was pretty fun and interesting. I helped out with dealing with the virus problem and took care of all the rest of the stuff. So yeah, pretty good there. But I guess I'll just go ahead and I'll end it right now. Try and find my way out of the bunker so that way that I'm not sitting there wandering aimlessly. But yeah, thanks for anyone watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this as well. Have a good one and see you later.